think Nehemiah's going to mute everyone. All right. So hello, everyone. Welcome to our Thursday Greatness Call with the Circle of Greatness Academy. I am Davita Garfield, so I am a speaker, a certified professional coach, and an entrepreneur. So I am so excited to be here. I also happen to be a team member for the Circle of Greatness Academy. I get the honor of working behind the scenes and hoping to be able to connect with everyone in the circle. I have the honor of seeing everyone's names, and I love putting the faces to the names. I love watching and seeing what everyone is doing, how everyone is going after their goals, after their dreams. They're putting themselves in a space to be supported on purpose. I just wanted to first welcome everyone here. Someone's doing a screenshot. I'm not really sure.
You got to pull that off, whoever that is.
Okay.
Looks like, hold on, let me cancel that. It's
a nice picture. We can just take it off. But I just wanted to
buzzing. Hold on, David. Rain be buzzing. Okay. You got to move your picture. Is she good? Is it off?
I think we're good.
All right, one more second. Go ahead, D. Keep it going for 1 minute. I'm just fixing this last thing, please.
Okay. I wanted to welcome everyone to the call. I wanted to welcome everyone and all of our Circle of Greatness Academy members. I want to welcome everyone on the call that's not a part of Circle of Greatness Academy, and just really excited that you have joined us tonight and that you're able to tap into just our world and what we've been experiencing. I want to just say thank you to every member. If you've been here since we started just maybe about 8 months ago, or if you just joined, we are so excited to be in a position to support you, to support your dreams, support your goals, and to really push and motivate you to get to your next level. And that's really what the Circle of Greatness Academy is about. It is about putting you in a space where you can be supported to follow your dreams and goals, at the level that you are, pushed to be pushed and motivated to go to the next level. And that is really why the circle was created. I get the honor of working side by side with our founder, Mr. Nehemiah Davis. And I always tell the story of just being in a position to want to just kind of be in a space to serve and help, and volunteer to help him with his vision. And it has just been such a blessing in my life, because to watch to watch his vision come to life, and to, help him do the work behind the scenes and create this space that we thought was going to be, just helping a few people, a few people, less than, maybe 30 people, turned into almost 400 people in just 8 months. And I'm just so proud of him, so proud of his desire to share his resources, to share the space of just wanting to push people to greatness. And we would not be here. We would not have this circle and space if it was not for him. And I just so appreciate all of his dedication to making sure he continues to bring, everyone in the group more, continues to bring us awesome calls like this, where we get to have experts come on and share wisdom and share motivation and share tips and tools to help us grow. And I think that, there's a lot to be said, because there's a lot of groups out there. There's a lot of, social networks that you can be a part of. But here, I believe we get true value. We really get value. And all of it comes from just us taking the time to invest in ourselves. So I'm proud of each and every one of you that continues to invest in yourself, that continues to, help others invest in themselves as well. So without further ado, I want to introduce our founder, my friend, and my boss, Mr. Nehemiah Davis.
Hey, I'm super excited about today's call, guys. Listen to me. They'll try anything to try to stop you from going forward. But listen, one thing that I won't do, and one thing I will never do, is stop, right? So let's get started, guys. I'm super excited. I'm super pumped up about today's call. I want to take a moment really just to welcome everyone to today's call. My name is Nehemiah Davis. Those who don't know me, I'm the founder and CEO of Circle of Greatness Academy. I've been a full-time entrepreneur for the last 9 years. And the reason why I believe this has been such, because when I got fired from that 10th job, at that moment, I made a decision that I was mentally unemployable. At that moment, I made a decision that no matter what I was going to go through, I would never quit on entrepreneurship. So really, I want you guys to write this word down. I need you to write this down: persistence. because that's what it's going to take for you to get to the level that you want to get to in life, right? That's what it's going to take for you to reach these goals, reach these dreams, and reach these visions that you have. And everyone who I bring on these platforms, they're super persistent. They're just amazing go-getters. So in a minute, I'm going to be able to introduce my friend Karen on the call. But I really just wanted to say thank you to everyone who took time out of their day to join us. Is one thing that I know for sure that will take you to the next level. And that is people who are willing to invest in themselves. That is people who are willing to, utilize the information that's going to take you to the next level. I tell people all the time, especially in the circle, my goal for them every single day is to keep learning as much as they can, because eventually they're going to be able to remove the L, right? So then we can earn as much as we need, and there will be no limits to our life. So I had the opportunity to meet Karen, I would say probably, I want to say like 4 or 5 years ago, probably 4 years ago. I brought my mentor ET to the city to do my conference. He spoke there, and at that same ceremony or at the same conference, I had the opportunity to bless Karen Civil with the Givers Award, right? So I know her through another friend, but primarily I knew her from her social influence. I knew her from her always giving back. She's always just on the move, making a lot of great things happen. So for those years, we kind of just kept in touch, whether that's social media, whether that's text, and just really just seeing how she continuously grows. It's just utterly inspiring. So I'm super excited that we get to bring Karen on this line. And again, guys, she's giving her time for us for free. She gets paid thousands and thousands and thousands an hour to share her time. But she did this as a friend and as ultimately as a person who really want to see everyone on this line get to the next level. Really want to see everybody grow and reach new heights and new levels that, everyone want to reach. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce my friend, a dynamic entrepreneur, author, philanthropist, brand architect, marketing connoisseur, you name it, she's all those things and plus more. So without further ado, welcome to the call, Miss Civil. Karen, you here?
Sorry, I had it on mute and I was talking. Hi, everybody. Hi.
All right, cool. Hey, let's just set something straight really quick. Last night, I think I seen you beat Ming in tic-tac-toe. Just know when I get to LA or when next time I see you, we doing the old school style on paper, because I don't know if your board just knows you, but just know I'm going to beat you in tic-tac-toe. I see you think you're a champ.
A lot of people have said that, but no one has beat me yet. So, I take on the challenge.
Okay.
But yeah, no one has beat me yet. So I'm interested to see that happen.
All right, well, we're going to get it done. So I know you don't got a lot of time. What part of the world are you in? Are you in LA? You in Bali? You in Thailand? Where are you at right now?
I am in Los Angeles right now.
Okay, so you home for a second.
Yes, I'm home till tomorrow.
All right, cool. Well, I'm super grateful that you took time out of your busy schedule to jump on this call. So Karen, really, let's just jump straight into it. Not only are you an entrepreneur, but you're a philanthropist. What do you think gets you to the level that you're at? Is it a mix of giving back and a mix of just knowing your stuff? Like what do you think is a leading, like for me, I always tell people I've been in every newspaper in Philadelphia. I've been on so many different news stations, on multiple television stations, and I always said it wasn't because I was this intelligent entrepreneur, but it was often because I made a decision to give back and put the needs of others before I put the needs of myself. And I know you do both equally well. So what would you say, is really a winning formula that got you to where you are?
Necessarily for me, it's like you said at the beginning of the call, it's having persistence, perseverance, and just understanding like you are your superhero. You got to put that cape on. No one's going to come out and save you like they tell us in the fairy tales growing up. You have to literally save yourself. You have to want it for yourself. And you got to understand, the vision that's placed in your heart and in your mind, everybody else is not going to see. So as long as you understand when those sacrifices that you make and the time you spend building a business and not watching the clock and doing certain things, to me, if you really believe in it, it's all worth it. Like I wouldn't change a thing that has happened from, now with the way social media is set up, everything is so glamorous. But no, there were the days where sleeping on a couch where I could only afford, ramen noodles for lunch, for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But to me, those sacrifices of, do I go get a new purse, or am I saving to buy a new domain, start up a website, and buy some programming for the site? You know, it's just, it was a lot of sacrifices, but again, it's always worth it.
That's good. So one of the words we're going to say is sacrifice, guys. I was talking on my live yesterday, Karen, and I was asking people, really, what are you willing to give up in order to go up? And I hear oftentimes, oh, go ahead, Karen. Go.
Mm-hmm. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead. This is about you. They can't hear me talk anytime. You go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was saying last night, I was just saying about what are you willing to give up in order to go up? Like, so many people say they really want it. They want a thing, but as soon as life punch them in their mouth, they don't really want it. So many people say they want a thing, but as soon as that bank account go to broke, they're scrambling like, yo, I don't know what to do. I got to quit. So I often ask people, how bad do you really want it? Are you willing to sleep on those couches? Are you willing to spend a night in the airport? Are you willing to stay at hostels? Are you willing to go broke on your dreams? So I always like to just really ask that. And I notice all my friends who are successful, they went all in on their dreams, and they didn't have a plan B. Did you have a plan B?
No, my plan A was my plan. So I didn't think about people like, oh, well, you have a plan B. I'm like, my plan A is going to work. So I didn't put in thought and effort into losing, into my dreams not manifesting. Yeah.
So Karen, give us a little bit of the backstory. I know the story, but everyone don't know the story. Give us in a couple minutes if you can tell us, how did Karen get to this point where she is today?
For me, I started, I wanted to turn my hobby into a profession, and that's exactly what I did when it didn't make sense to a lot of people. But I just really wanted to turn it into a profession. I started out, with Backstreet Boy fan sites, a site for JD Williams, and I knew the importance of creating content. I wanted to be like an online library where fans can come and engage with me, see what's going on with them, making my site even bigger and better than their official fan site. And from there, I was able to meet them. And from there, that's when I realized the internet can give me what I want, in a good way and a bad way. People were using it to, find guys and hook up and do certain things, to me, the lower level kid thing. So I was like, I think I could turn this into a career like this, just sitting on the computer. Let me meet them. What else can happen for me? So, I was able to connect with people all over the world. And, I still didn't identify exactly what I wanted to do, but I love the fact that the internet broadened my horizons and made me think outside of Elizabeth, New Jersey, because I didn't know what was going on around the world, besides obviously what's shown on the news. But talking to people in like Europe and, Hawaii and Canada and all these places, and you're like, wow, this is what's happening. This is their culture. This is it. And it just opened up my eyes to a lot of things. Angie Martinez had a contest. I entered the contest, and unfortunately, I didn't win. I got into the top 3. I didn't win, but that was just the starting point for me. I knew, like, I've come this far, and I said, I got to figure it out. I got to figure out what's next for me. What can I do? And Funkmaster Flex liked my hustle and my ambition a lot, and from seeing what I was doing with Angie, and had me come and become part of his show. And I was with him for about 3 years, and even when I was up there, I never really stayed put, and I never was satisfied. My friends would be like, oh, Karen, you got the perfect job. You don't got to do anything. I'm like, concert tickets and the little things, to me, the lower level things, they were cool. But I said, I want to make sure that I'm living in purpose, and I'm doing what I set out when I really got this job to do. I never want my judgment or things to become, because I have all these little new shiny toys, and which were concert tickets, seeing celebrities come up. I said, this is cool and all. Young Karen loves this, but like,
hey, Karen, put your face to the phone. You kind of break it up a little bit. Whatever you did in the last minute, the sound changed a little bit.
Is this better?
Yeah, perfect. Right there. That's good. Perfect.
Okay. Yeah. So, for me, working with Flex, I realized, like, I had to remain in purpose. I had to remember what I was up there for. So still continuing to learn new things, figuring out the ins and outs of the business and everything else like that. So it's really, Flex really gave me my start and showed me how to start marketing online, content creation, and everything else he allowed me to do. They didn't have names for it at the time, but eventually now, you know, that's what people are getting college courses and things for. So it definitely was incredible. It started with Flex.
Got you. So I also read that, did that start as an internship?
Yes, it definitely started as an internship.
Was that free initially?
Huh?
Was that a free internship initially?
Yes, it was a free internship. I was not getting paid monetary value, but I was getting paid in a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience, and doing certain things. So I thought it was incredible. So it was no amount of money could give me what Flex and team was giving me.
Right, and the reason why I asked you, Karen, I asked you for this reason solely because so many people miss out on opportunities, and you guys might want to write this down. Don't miss out on the opportunity. So many people miss out on opportunities because there's not an immediate paycheck tied to it. Like, so many people miss out on things that could possibly change your life, but because it was a little inconvenience in the middle of it, you decided not to do it. Because you wasn't getting paid right then, you decided not to do it. That one job possibly set Karen off to be the young lady that she is, as well as she probably wouldn't have been able to get paid in that knowledge. So I tell people all the time, find somebody you can intern with. Find someone who's better than you so you can get as much knowledge, so you can give, so you can serve them, but also learn as much as you can, because guys, I keep saying, the more you learn, the more you earn. She learned so much. Now she can earn, she could demand the amount of money she wants. Now she get to create her own check, but it all started with her making that decision, like, I'm willing to intern, right? So for you guys, man, put that down as a homework task. Find somebody you can learn from, whether that's an example mentor, someone online, someone you even know, like, reach out to them. Can I serve you? Can I volunteer with you? Do whatever you can, because it's opportunities in volunteering. It's opportunities in learning from people who are sharper than you and smarter than you. So I'm happy that you really touched on that, Karen. So as I read, of course, and know, you help build so many brands, from, like you said, Wheezy, Dre Beats for years, just your own brand. What would you say are some first steps? Like, yo, I'm just getting started. Like, a lot of people like, yo, Karen, I'm trying to figure out how to get started. I'm trying to brand myself. And we're in this new day age of social media. What would be some tips for a person to do so? Like, hey, I'm trying to make a name for myself. Like, if someone said that to you, what would be your suggestion?
I hear that a lot, and I tell people before you even, like, oh, I need to brand myself. You got to ask yourself those questions. What exactly are you branding? What are you trying to do? It's knowing the who, what, where's, and how. And then from there, I'm like, okay, what's your Instagram? They'll give me one name. What's your Twitter? This. I'm like, do you have Facebook? No, I don't use this. Or do you have a website? No, I don't have a website, but I got a SoundCloud. Everything has to be cohesive. If you're going to have a business, understand you should have a business. Your business page should be set aside from your personal. I just, for one, when I'm finding a new company or somebody to work with, I don't want it to be mixed with pictures of you cooking dinner, pictures of your family. Just keep your lives separate. Your personal life is one thing. Your business page or whatever the case may be is another thing. And that's just, to me, that's always where it starts. It's being cohesive so your audience can find you, because there's so many artists, especially, artists and people. They're like, oh, this is my Twitter name, but you can follow me on this Instagram. I'm like, why isn't everything just the same? Are you trademarking your things? Are you getting things copywritten? And there's a lot of people out here who just have businesses who don't get them copywritten. There was a particular lady who was on TV. She has over 2 million followers, and she did not have anything for her business copywritten. And somebody who necessarily wasn't a fan of hers went and bought her name. Now she put her out of business. So it's like, it's things like that, making sure all your business is aligned and your branding as far as your name are aligned as well. So you just make it as easy as possible for the audience to find you.
That's good. And the tips that's so simple, but sometimes we make it complex, right? So I'm happy that you really.
People overlook those type of things. because they think it's not important. They're like, oh, I just got this name. It doesn't matter. Or, oh, Rihanna doesn't have the same Instagram and Twitter. Well, that's Rihanna. That's Drake. Those are certain people. It's just like, we kind of know where they are. But when you're a new business and nobody knows who you are, you make it as easy as possible. Are you set up on Yelp? Do you have your stuff set up on Postmates? It's all those little things that are important, all those programs that are free, that have large audiences, and there are always people searching. So you got to just make sure that you make your business as accessible as possible to those people searching.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Perfect. Now we got a lot of people like, yo, Karen, how do I go work with? Again, I know part of it is time. I don't believe a lot of it has to do with time, really putting the work in consistently. But now you get the option to select what brands that you decide to work with. When you basing those decisions, what are some of the things you're looking for whether that means somebody wants you to represent their brand or a company wants you to go work with them? Like what is some things that make you say, oh, yep, I got to go this way? Is there any certain things that you look at for people? Like, again, you didn't just hop on this call for any reason. Like, you had to make a decision. Yeah. Let me get on this call with Nehemiah. It could be, I don't know what reason, but let me get on this call. I don't mind doing this for him. And then you got other companies like, nah, I'd rather not. So what are some things that you look for when it comes to you personally want to work with other brands?
You know, for me, it's making sure they're what they stand for, their platform, who they are. It makes sense to me. I never want to push an agenda or something I don't believe in, because I don't I don't live for a check. Once you put that factor into your mind, like there are people who come like, oh, I have 80,000, just do this. I'm like, no, because I don't want to pour my resources, my time and my energy, which are never for sale. So you giving me this money means nothing to me. I never want to feel like I'm a slave to a paycheck. So it's always about, me sitting with people. The first thing I do is I meet. We'll probably have the first conversation on the phone. Second time we meet, we continue the conversation, see how it can make sense, learn more about them, their brand, ways we can integrate, intertwine, and how the Marathon Agency can help them. And if it makes sense, we move forward with the relationship. There are a lot of times things don't go past second base. I'll meet with people. I'm like, this don't make sense. This is something that doesn't align with our core values, maybe what I believe in, and it's not going to go anywhere. But yeah, there's a lot more no's than they are yes when it comes to me working with certain people, because it's like now I'm at a place where I've put in so much. I've put in so much work. I've put in so much time and energy. Now I can be a little bit picky. Now I can pick and choose and be comfortable in the state, because again, I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this for the benefit of helping a business grow, which helps my portfolio grow, because people can be like, oh, she really did this. She's very versatile. I like to have a very diverse portfolio. So I can go and open up a smart store and work with Mitzi on opening up the smart store in Crenshaw, and then go out on the campaign trail with Hillary Clinton. So it's not putting myself in a box and just being very diversified.
And I believe you do that very well from working with Nipsey Hussle. Just all the people you work with, Beats by Dre and Hillary. How did you enjoy working on that campaign? I know you put a tremendous amount of work and energy in that, and we definitely appreciate you for it. How did you enjoy that process?
It was definitely an incredible feeling. It was different. Politics is always different from anything else you're doing. But I wouldn't change anything that happened. I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about this country. I learned a lot about people and just what to expect. And just, it just helped me become a better businesswoman moving forward.
Good. That was good. So when you got this call, did like Hillary call you? Like, I want Barack to call me like, hey, Nehemiah, I've been looking at you. I think it's time for that.
Her team reached out.
Okay, good.
Her team reached out.
Okay, good.
And it just kind of went from there.
Good. So with that being really said, to me, it's just so important to really be in your brand all the time, because I'm imagining when teams reach out, when you reach out to somebody, you want to see consistency. How important has being consistent how important is being consistent played the role in the person you are right now? Because I'm sure if you continue to stop and start, people may don't see you as this authority that you are. And I really try to express the importance to my members and people in general about being consistent, because so many people, they start one week, life happens, they stop. Something negative happens, they stop. Someone said it shouldn't work, they stop. And I look at you as like, I don't want to say an outlaw, but you're going to go out there and do what you decide to do. One of my favorite quotes is by Disney. It says, observe what the masses do and then do the opposite. So I look at you as someone who's living on your own trail. But how, I'm imagining consistency play a huge part in you doing that.
Yes, consistency definitely does. You meet people who are like, hey, I started my business. 30 days later, they're like, oh, yeah, I moved on to this. It was too hard. Or I didn't see any traction from it. Like, you have to definitely be consistent. For the first 2.5 years of starting my website, I wasn't making that much money. I wasn't making a large amount at all. And it just took time. But I said, I'm going to be persistent through this whole situation and just understand the value and the worth is going to come later. And eventually it did. I remember I got my first AdSense check, and it was $4,000. And I was so excited because I said, you know what, it's finally paying off. It's finally happening. I'm very excited about that.
That's good. That was good. What I want to do, Karen, we're going to get a couple more than let you roll out of here. What I want to do from one of our members, Ashley, Letitia, whoever, y'all can hop in really quick. One of our members can hop in and ask a question. Real quick, whoever. I better make it quick.
Hi, Karen. This is Ashley of Ash Brand. How are you?
I'm good.
Very nice to hear from you. I follow you, and I love all of the things that you do. And so my question is, I do PR marketing and graphic design. I'm based out of Philadelphia, and I want to transition into my target audience being moms who are in business. And so I'm looking to create a platform called Mom Plan Execute. And I'm just wondering if you could give me some tips on just how to transition and how to launch that.
Who's your audience now?
Right now, most of all of my my followers are moms between the ages.
You need to kill that noise in your background.
Okay, hold on one second. Let me move.
We gotta hurry up, guys. Come on, Ashley.
Okay. Right now, my audience are mothers in between like the ages of 25 and 40. And so I noticed that is my target audience. So I figured that's the.
So I'm confused. You want to transition? You want to change your audience to what? Because you say you have a mom audience now. So what are you trying to change it to?
Ashley, are you here? She might have figured it out. Go, Letitia. Hop in, Letitia. Hurry up.
Hi, Karen. My name is Letitia Carr. And so my question is, I'm a life coach and a self-care consultant. So I help people just live their best life. And I want to start working with people on a higher level. But my problem is I don't know how to transition from where I'm at now, working with people who are millennials, who are just dream chasing, to working with people who are kind of already in their lane. So like not necessarily celebrities, but in that realm, maybe. How do I move into that? How do I even get started in that space?
So basically now you work with a lot of up and coming people and you want to work with more established people.
Yes.
Okay, why is that? Is it because it's more stable? Like, what's your reason behind wanting to change who your buyers are, I would say?
So I still want to work with up and coming people because I believe that the millennials are overlooked and them becoming CEOs in the future. But I also want to start working with more established people who are also millennials because I see there's a lot of people that I see potential in that I would love to help move some things forward with them. So that's kind of why I want to get into that lane.
Okay. have you spoken to, like, have you done that noise? Have you done the reach out to, if it's particular people that you want to work with? Have you done reach out to maybe, people who work at the company, maybe management, maybe whoever else, and then like, hey, I would love to set time to get on a call, or whatever the case may be. Have you pitched yourself?
I haven't pitched myself. I think that's what I needed to do, was where do I even get started? But that's a good point, starting with the management and their team.
Yeah, it definitely starts with their team, and you definitely be pitching yourself, saying, hey, I would love if you started with a phone call, from a phone call, then from there meet up, or whatever the case may be. And then, you send them an NDA, and like, after they sign it, like, hey, here's my plans, here's what I'm thinking. This is maybe what we should, what you should do. This is what I could provide, and X, Y, Z, and go from there. And then hopefully your fourth step is to execute it. But it really starts off with pitching yourself to the right people that you want to work with. Make a list. It may be 10, 15 people. And then from there, reach out to them. Obviously, all 10 isn't going to reach back out. You may get 3 of the 10. That's still great. Even if you get 1, that still starts from somewhere.
That's good.
Thank you so much. That's very helpful. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Karen. This is Tina. Hi, Karen.
That's the last question,
Yeah.
Tina. We
Okay.
do it on that because I don't want to hold her up anymore. Karen, so quick things. If somebody could tell your 20-year-old self something, like, what would be the thing that? Let me reword this different. What do you wish you would have known then that you know now? Like, a lot of us, like, yo, if I would have started, if I known what I know now, I'd be a multi-millionaire already. What are some things that you would like to share to the entrepreneur who's coming up, who you're trying to give advice to?
I definitely wouldn't change anything about my work ethic or what I've done, because I've liked the pace. I like the good and bad that has come from it, because from the bad, I was able to grow from certain situations. The only thing from a personal standpoint, I wouldn't have taken certain things so personal. So I would have just told myself, don't take it personal, to have thick skin, and to realize, the opinions of others don't matter to you. Because in order to value their opinion, you have to value them. And I just let a lot of outside noise create chaos in my life. And that's one thing that I wish I would have cut out very early, and not let distract me.
Don't allow outside noise to create chaos in your life. What do you do now for personal development? Do you read any books, watch anything, listen to any podcasts, anything that Karen does that motivates her, or encourages her to keep going, or anyone you listen to, any mentor?
I definitely read a lot of books. I love the Joel Osteen podcast and his sermons. I actually get on my thumb drive once a month. So it's definitely reading books, podcasts. I do yoga, I meditate. I pray 6 times a day. So it's being one with self and being one with God. So
outside of your book, which both can be purchased at livecivil.com, we would love if some people would, support this dynamic young lady for taking time out of her day to pour into us. Livecivil.com, that's where you can get the journal and your newest release, correct? I have both. I'm mad I don't have them in front of me. But
you could go to livecivilbook.com. But just for anyone listening, books that I absolutely love: The Purple Cow, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, You Are a Badass, Get What You Want, CEO of My Soul, Born for This, How Successful People Think, Unlabel Me by Mark Echo.
You must be in front of your library, or you rapid firing this. Born for This. I'm writing quick.
Secrets of a Powerful Woman. Last one is 7 Habits of Highly Effective People.
Gotcha. Powerful woman. Good. How important is philanthropy in your career? I know you always in Haiti. You always giving back. Next time you're going to Haiti, you and Ashley, I gotta make that run. I want to help build something out there. So how important is that period in people's career? Like, how important should giving back be in your career? I know that plays a huge role with what you do.
The purpose of life is to continue to build our community, to build a solid foundation, to help the next person. For a very long time, I thought self-value and worth was about a title and how much money you have in your bank account. But when you still come home very unsatisfied, you realize that's not what life's about. It's about helping the next generation, the next Maya Angelou, the next Oprah, the next Michelle Obama, he could even be a taxi driver. The person could drive a taxi. It doesn't matter. You just give them the tools and foundations that they may be lacking. Because growing up, I'm not going to pretend I grew up, with a hard knock life. I had two great parents who took care of me and who provided everything for me and my brother. And they did that in the basis of me and my brother. They're like, all we want you to do is focus on having the life that you want for yourself. Focus on being great. Focus on being a kid. Focus on what every day could be. Because I feel like in the Black community, at a certain age, you're expected to get a job to pay bills. And while in white households, because a lot of my white friends, they can live at home, they can do certain things, and their parents just want them to grow. So that's the same way my parents raised me, and that's the way I would like to help my community with. Like, I don't want you thinking about, oh, I don't have a computer, I don't know what's going on in the world, I don't have shoes, I don't have this, I don't have that. I like to take children's minds off of a lot of things. So if it's reconstructing a school, building a playground so they can understand the power of play, where they have somewhere where they don't have to think about the poverty or the things that are going on around them. They can just be children. Why not do it? We just did something in a basketball camp in Elizabeth, and that was to help bring the community together who is so divided by racial issues. And it's always been like that in my community. But to have the Hispanic kids, the Black kids, the Haitian kids, everyone all together in one court playing basketball, not worrying about my shoes don't match his, everyone unified in the same way, and understanding that, that she's just trying to help us be better. She's trying to take our mind off of things and not worrying about the struggle. Because I feel like in our society, kids, the burden of being an adult is put on a child very young, and that's not fair. I have parents who did not do that. So it's for me to use my platform to give the next millennial a chance to have those same opportunities I have. Because I'm tired of people letting their environment dictate their success. I'm tired of hearing the excuses, man, I got to get a job to pay bills to do this. No, live your life, be great. So that's what I want these kids to do too.
Wow, that's good. That was good. So really, you really living off passion and purpose. But so many people, after you battle this, trying to figure it out, how do you find your purpose? Like, how do you find your passion? If you had to tell somebody, yo, Karen, I'm struggling. I don't know what I was put on this earth to do. Is there a step to finding that? Do you believe it's a step, or like, how do you go figure out what I was put on this earth to do? I know your parents played a part in helping you do that.
It takes a couple of years to find out your purpose. It takes years. It takes sacrifice. It takes failure. It takes growth. It takes loss. It takes wins. It's a lot of things that are going to happen for you to figure out your purpose and figure out what you should be using your voice for, how you are going to leave a legacy and a mark in this world. So it takes time. It's not something you're going to figure out overnight.
Right.
You're going to have your days. Again, it's just like nothing is set in stone. Nothing is perfect. And there's no blueprint for this thing called life. There isn't. As much as we want to live on a schedule and do certain things are going to happen to knock us off course. But it's for you to realize through it all, like I thought my purpose and passion was, again, I was so vexed and living off of a title and a certain amount of money. That's all I thought it was about. But when you get those two things and you still feel the emptiness inside, you realize this isn't my passion or my purpose. I don't give a fuck about this.
Yeah, that's good. So, Karen, we're about to close. I'm going to end this with one more question. For those
Can I ask a question?
Yes, you can. Absolutely. You the
Great.
boss, right?
Hi, this is Sean.
Oh, no,
thank you. This is Sean.
no. I thought that was Karen. No more questions, guys. We letting her go.
Oh, no more questions. Okay.
Yeah. Nope. Sorry. I thought that was Karen saying, "Can I ask a question?" Of course you can. Yeah, I just want to hold her time, guys, to a minimum because I know I told her 30 minutes and we're at that mark now. So I wanted her to be able to continue on with her day. Go ahead, Karen. What was you saying?
I was gonna say thank you so much for allowing me to be on this call, and to everyone who's on here. You know, continue to keep the conversation going, have conversations with each other. And one thing I learned is when I go to events like this, networking events, it's not about just the people who are sitting on the panel or who are doing the most talking. You know, I look to my left and I look to my right and figure out, you know, with the people there, how can we grow together? How can we integrate our businesses so we're helping one another? So let's look at each other less as competition and more as allies.
Good. And that's it. That's all we need to hear. So Karen, thank you so much, guys. Please, everyone, go support this queen, livecivil.com. Let's spread her message, positive vibes that she's spreading out here. Let's support her books. I had both of them. So let's make sure we go support it. Do some screenshots in her DM or email saying you copped her book. I want her to know, like, at least I took time out on this call, but people supported me. So let's support her. Yeah. But thank you so much for your time. I truly appreciate it. And again, when I see you, tic-tac-toe is on.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right, Karen, talk to you in a bit. Appreciate you.
Bye.
Yeah. Sorry, guys, I had to limit the questions because I know I asked her 20, 30 minutes, so I did not want to overdo it. I already overdid it. But for everyone who joined tonight, I'm super excited that you guys took a moment out your busy day to really get on the call. Tonight was a dynamic call. It was quick, but we got a lot of gems. I literally got a whole piece of paper worth of just tips and strategies. Sometimes, guys, you're not going to hear like the exact steps that took a person to where they got, but it's important to read between the lines and be able to extract some of the things that you're hearing, because those things are going to be the things and the keys that can possibly take your life to the next level. So, guys, tonight we're going to continue on with our members who are on the call, Circle of Greatness Academy members, but everyone who's guests, you're welcome to stay. We really welcome you and ask you to actually become a member. If you're really ready to get your life to that next level, if you're really ready to get on these calls more often, see some of the things that we privately have going on in our group, you could visit circlegreatnessacademy.com. Everyone who signs up tonight, I'll also send you a couple bonuses in addition to it. But again, I'm just grateful for everyone. And really quickly, guys, for those people in the mood to really make a difference and willing to help us out, our back to school event is this Sunday. Each year we serve about 700 to 1,000 people. We scaled it down this year to only give away 300 book bags, which is still a lot, but we're probably going to serve in total 300 to 500 people. We're still very short on book bags, about 100 book bags short of that goal. So if anyone would be willing to donate any book bags, any supplies, you can drop them off at our store. You can bring them to the event. You can make a monetary donation. But if you're willing to help, you can drop a donation at NehemiahDavisFoundation.org. I just dropped my PayPal link in there if you would like to help in that manner, or my Cash App is Step Into Greatness for anybody who would like to help some youth this Sunday. That would mean a great deal to me, but more importantly, a great deal to them. Again, guys, I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you guys for getting on the call. I'm super grateful. I'm super excited just about everything that's about to transpire in your life because you made a decision to execute. And in addition to what I talked about earlier about, opportunities, another word that I want you guys to write down is baggage. And for those who got to go, you guys, you don't have to stay. This is for my members who want to stay on, but we're about to jump into something probably for the next 10 minutes and then I'm done. But everyone who joined, I'm super excited that you joined, guys. And if you're really ready to make an investment, go to Circle of Greatness Academy.com, because we would hate for you to miss out on some of these amazing calls that we have. And you guys, wait till y'all see some of our next guests. You're going to want to be down with a Circle of Greatness Academy.com. Cool. So, all right, guys, real quick, I want you really guys to take a moment to write the word baggage down. And the reason why that's the word of the week for me, because it's going to be some people that you need to understand you got to let go of. right? It's some people in your life that you got to let go of. It's some people who've been telling you your goals and dreams can't come true. You got to let go of. It's just people in your surroundings that you got to let go of. I need you to understand that you have the power to choose and select those people who are around you. Like you and no one else, you have the power and choose the life you want to create. You have the power to choose the people who you want to be around you. And you got the power to choose the information that you're putting in your mindset, right? Because I often know the people who are ultimately successful are the people who control the thoughts that they think and control the actions that they make on a daily basis. So the thing I've been really pushing people to understand that is some baggage that you've been holding on that you got to let go. It's nothing personal. It could be toxic relationships. It could be negative people. It could be the things that you're doing on a daily basis. Like a lot of us are expecting different results out of life, but we're doing the same things. So we're never going to get different results doing the same thing. You've been going to a few places that you probably don't need to be going. That's baggage. Let's get rid of it. You've been surrounding yourself with people who aren't adding value to your life. You've been surrounding yourself with people who aren't thinking like you. You've been surrounding yourself with small-minded people. You got to let go of that in your life. It's baggage. I was saying the other day, guys, every time I go on an airplane, I've been in 44 countries, which means I get on a lot of airplanes, but when I get on that plane, I'm only allowed to take 2 bags. It's against rules to take any more than 2 bags on in the inside of an aircraft. So I want you guys to use that analogy and that same approach to life. Like where you're about to go, you don't need to be carrying these bags of self-doubt. You don't need to be carrying these bags of limits. You don't need to be carrying these bags of negative people. Like some things you're going to have to let go. And I need to know that you're down to do that in order for you to get to where you're going to go. The next thing I need you guys to understand, I'm going to constantly keep reinforcing it. You got to get out your own way. Like the reason why most people will never become successful or reach the level of affluence or the level of success that they want, because they keep telling themselves all the reasons why they can't do it. They keep surrounding themselves with people who are telling you what's not possible. It's imperative, guys. Moving forward, it is imperative that you start surrounding yourself with people who think bigger than you. It's imperative that you start attending events with people who are going to push you out of your comfort zone. Every single day now, guys, I'm making it a point to surround myself around people who are going to push me. Surround myself with people who are talking about things that I'm not even yet, I don't even understand, because that means I need to learn a little bit more. So, guys, if you're comfortable where you are, that is a problem. Next thing I need you guys to say to yourself, I'm not comfortable where I am. Like you may be doing extremely good, but I need you to understand you could do better. It's the reason why Oprah, it's the reason why Diddy, it's the reason why Warren Buffett, who are at the highest level that most people probably could never reach, but they want so much more because they made a decision that they're not going to be comfortable. So I need you to get around people who are going to push you. Like if a person isn't pushing you, they shouldn't be around you. If a person isn't uplifting you, they shouldn't be around you. If a person isn't encouraging you, they shouldn't be around you. And granted, this could be some of your close friends. It's all right. It's time to get some new friends. Like people still talking about no new friends. Some old friends aren't helping me make any money, and it's nothing personal, right? But I want to surround myself with people who are pushing me and making sure I reach these new heights and new levels so I can become a better me, guys. Write that down. How to become a better me. I don't know what you guys need to do to become a better me, but some of those things will mean getting out of your own way. Some of those things going to mean start writing your goals and dreams down on paper. Some of those things mean start attending events. Some of those things going to mean getting on as many of these phone calls as you possibly can get on, attending as many events with like-minded as you possibly can get on, because people are going to force you to level up. If you hang around non-negative people, I promise you'll become the 10th. And you hang around non-wealthy people, they're going to find a way for you to become a 10th, right? You're the sum average of the 5 people who you hang around the most, guys. So I want you to audit your surroundings. I want you to audit what you're putting in your mind. Like I want you to audit what you're watching on TV. I want you to audit what you're looking at on your phone. Like we need to take account of the people who we text today. I want you to go look at the text messages you made today. Were they fruitful? Were they about you making money? Were they about you discovering your passion? I want you to look at the people who you're on the phone with. Did you gossip today? Did you speak negatively about someone else today? Like these are the things, like I need you to answer these questions, because these are the things that's going to determine your success. Is what we do in our daily activities, guys. So we're not making the right daily activities, we will not ever live the life that we desire. So all I really want from you guys is a mental shift. Like that mental shift of I want more, that mental shift of I got to do better, that mental shift that I can keep going. Because I need you guys to understand, man, some of your greatest days are ahead of you, but you got to make a decision that your greatest days are going to be ahead of you and that you're not going to quit no matter what is up against you. Because I'm here to tell you things are going to become challenging. Like, it's not just going to be sweet in order for you to get to where you're going, because you're going to be a multimillionaire. You're going to make 6 figures over this next year. Then you're going to make 7 figures. Then you're going to make 8 figures. It's going to demand a different you in order for you to get to 8 figures. I'm trying to figure out how to get to 7 figures right now, guys. And it's a different level than trying to get to 6 figures. So you may be trying to get to 5 figures in your business. You may be trying to get to 6 figures. But I need you guys to understand every next level is going to require a different you. It's going to require more reading from you. It's going to require more YouTube videos. It's going to require you doing things like that. On the weekends, you might want to hang out with your friends, but sometimes you might got to stay in and study, guys. You might got to stay in and pick up them books. You might got to stay up and watch those YouTubes. Here's a tip for you guys. You spend the majority of your time driving in your car, guys. On your way to work, you need to be listening to something that's going to get you out of work. YouTube, Joe Osteen, I don't know, something that is going to advance you guys, something that's going to help you get to that next level in your life. And that's all I really got for you guys today. I think Karen did a phenomenal job. She gave us the game that we needed to really hold us. I didn't want to really hold you guys any more than that, but I'm grateful for everyone on the call. I love my members, Circle of Greatness, guys. You rock. I'm just truly excited about what we're doing as a group and truly excited at what you are individually doing. You ladies, you gentlemen are surpassing my expectations of this group, and you're crushing your goals. So all I ask of you guys is don't quit. Because I promise you guys, some people who started on this chase in January, they quit already. Like, I got people quitting in a month. And I'm not talking about Circle of Greatness. I'm talking about in general. People are quitting on their goals as soon as times get rough. People are quitting on their goals as soon as somebody tell them no. I need you guys to understand no means not yet for us entrepreneurs, or no means next opportunity. So when someone tells you no, just keep moving forward, guys, because there's going to be a lot of people going to try to influence you and encourage you to quit. Like, don't allow someone to project their fears on you. Like, nobody going to tell me I'm not going to be a millionaire. No one going to tell me I'm not going to see 100 countries. There is no one in this world going to stop me from becoming the best that I can be but me. So I need you guys to make that decision in your mind that you're not going to quit no matter how hard times get. I need you to know, you make that decision in your mind that you're going to stay committed a month from now, 2 months from now, 3 months from now. Like, and once you make that decision, guys, I promise you, your life will never be the same. You're going to be living your best life, and you will never look back because you made a decision to be great. So with that being said, guys, I love you all. I appreciate you all. I hope you got something out of this chat tonight. If you're ready to join Circle of Greatness Academy, let me know. You even stay on. I'll talk to you for a few minutes. But CircleGreatnessAcademy.com. If you can come volunteer Sunday, if you're in Philly, please do that. We need more volunteers. We need more book bag donations. We need more supplies. So thank you guys all for joining. I appreciate you all. Maisha just sent a donation. Thank you so much for that donation. It means a great deal to me. I appreciate that. But in closing, guys, that's all I got. I just ask that you guys stay committed. And if anyone would like to say what's one thing that they're going to execute on from this call, you can comment now and unlock the call and do that. But other than that, guys, the call is over for anyone who has to go. But anybody want to talk about what they need to execute on, let me know.
Hey, Neo, it's Sherelle from Young Kings brand. I'm here with the Young Kings.
Good.
We have $25 coming your way. We saw that we had the book bag donations, and so we wanted to get the $5 book bag. So we have $25. We just relocated to North Carolina, so pray for us. Wow. And we look forward to all the great things coming up.
Wow. Look,
thanks for the motivation.
No problem. Keep pushing. I'm excited for you. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much for that donation. Who's next?
Brianna.
What's up, Brianna?
How you doing?
Lovely. And yourself?
Amazing. I do have a question, which is why I've been still coming on to these calls. I'm not yet signed up because my question is, as someone who has a business that's physical, I'm a photographer, so listening to a lot of people talk, it's about branding, but a lot of this is stuff that's not done physically, if you know what I mean. If I have a tangible product, which is I have to actually go to a person and take their photo and make it from that. Like, how do I incorporate what's happening within branding and business into me having to physically do a lot of, because my brand or my product is me actually physically working.
That was like, can you simplify that question? I'm trying to understand.
Yeah, I can, and that's been my issue, is trying to even simplify it in my own head. Because I know a lot of companies and businesses, they can operate from a computer. They can handle their business from a computer. And in photography, that's a huge percentage of it, but a lot of it is I have to go out and physically take, or companies photograph in order to make that a part of my business. So a lot of the times I feel like I'm listening to what's being said, but how do I apply it when it's tangible? Like, how do I apply it to myself, because I physically have to go out and do these things?
Physically got to go find new clients, like
that's a small part of, but the exchange of the business is, it can't just be, my clients can't just be people I'm operating on the computer with, or we're talking on the phone. I have to physically be there. We have to connect, because the product is the photograph.
Right. So what are you trying to get, more clients? That's why I'm not.
Yo.
Go ahead, Sean, you got it.
I might can help.
Please
and I'm
do.
sorry, I didn't catch your first name. What's your first name again?
Sorry, it's Brianna.
Hi, Brianna. This is Sonia. I'm one of the
Hi.
administrators with Circle of Greatness. So I just want to be clear. Are you wondering how the Circle of Greatness can complement what you do?
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm sorry. It took me so long to put that.
No, it's fine. So let's just go back to the premise. So Circle of Greatness is a group of entrepreneurs with both businesses that are tangible and intangible, so that virtual piece that you're talking about. But the base of Circle of Greatness is community. So if we know that you're a photographer in our community, then our oath to each other is that we support the photographer, in this example, in our community. Not only that, a lot of the teachings and the strategies that we talk about in terms of monetizing, finding clients, marketing, can be applied to any business, whether it's physical or virtual.
Mm-hmm.
So I know a lot of times when we talk about like things that can be created by computer, it might seem like it's not applicable.
Right.
And I totally understand. So I probably would be a good example of a business between two. So for me, I see clients in an office where I travel to do client work, or I also do webinars, and I also do book sales. And so I find myself between both spaces. But what has remained consistent is, I would say, for Circle of Greatness purposes, is one, the support, two, the affiliation and promotion. I think where this is going, I said this to Neil recently, as a family in Circle of Greatness, it started off with a vision of just 30 people, and we're now at 300 in less than 6 months. So what happens is, when we grow, you grow, your network grows. So it's not that you necessarily, one, I will say that we do need